Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 now gonna begin quickly. It's gonna be between aMQ and KaiD. Do note that the first game was quickly taken care of by aMQ. Definitely very nice to see that scout with portal key, very effective. And on the Hellborn as in on the Legion side, KaiD definitely didn't have what it takes to withstand against that kind of a farm potential come from the scout. Joining you tonight is gonna be Babael, and with me is Lark.
What's up, guys? That was a really good game one for aMQ over there. At the start, it was really close to being not one-sided. Like it was constantly back and forth in terms of the gold and AXP advantage. But finally, it did lean heavily in favor of aMQ after a couple of the good team fights that they took at the later stages of the game. I think it was like during the 20th minute mark, where they started to get very favorable exchanges over there, and that was like the best thing that put them up into the better positionings.
Yep, and right now it seems like the second game is gonna be well on the way. Here we do have the band heroes, and that's gonna be a Tempest, Fate Keeper, as well as that of the Sand Wraith. And those are heroes that all nicely are being addressed, so they will not be seen in this next game. Sand Wraith, of course, nicely being banned by KaiD because they are not gonna give that over to Team Hellborn, to Team Legion, and they will also not want to reprise the role of the Sand Wraith as well, as seen in the first game wasn't very successful.
Yeah, and of course they don't want to give it off to Legion team because I think Roy Roy does play a pretty decent Sand Wraith, I think. So he should be able to, just completely steamroll Hellborn team. And wow, a first pick Magnus. Now this is a hero we haven't seen in a really long time. Let me just say, it's been freakishly long, since we've actually seen a Magnus being picked up as more of like the mid lane, and that's really huge in my opinion, because one of the major problems with Magnus is that he's so easily countered by the the prisoner 945, because he can't use his steam buff as he gets revealed with the old ball and chain. Sorry, he can't use the lava surge because he also gets constricted by the old ball and chain. So it's like he's completely useless unless he picks up a portal key, and which that actually requires some time to get that and some couple of ganks. So it's one of the major reasons why Magnus wasn't picked up anymore. And there's a lot of other mid lane heroes to have that much more aggression and are very unconventional in a sense. Things like Revenor, Prisoner N for 5, even sometimes your the Wretched Hag in the mid lane can be also pretty good as well.
Yep, there we go. Wretched Hag gonna be picked up quickly by Team Hellborn. KaiD is gonna rotate to the Hellborn side, and Legion is gonna be fulfilled by Team aMQ from Malaysia. So that is gonna be interesting. Seeing Pasty, Rally, Behemoth, a really interesting combo. Behemoth, never really seen him so far, but a Fat Cow is gonna be pretty effective if put to good use. So that said, Hellborn side does have a little bit of slight advantage there. There's a lot of AoE coming out. There's the Magma's Eruption, as well as the Wretched Hag, Bad Blast. So put together, that's gonna be a big spell recipe for Doom for Team Legion. So they need to be really careful about that. But it's nice to see that they are going to reprise both Pestilence as well as the Rally, so that would be interesting to note. As well as in the second banning phase, Scout's going to be banned out here, so aMQ are not going to pick up the Scout, but they will also not surrender to KaiD. That's nice to see. Moon Queen going to be banned out here. Interesting to see that it's not being banned by aMQ. A little bit of irony there. However, Bubbles is going to be banned by aMQ. It seems like they have decided that CY, also known as the best feeder, he's going to be playing as Rally and not Bubbles, so there's no need for that hero anymore. And having both Hack plus Bubbles in the same team is going to mean a lot of mobility, so they will not want to see that. Dark Lady completely taken care of. Engineer as well as Corrupted Disciple.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised the Engineer got a ban so much more later in that second banning stage over there. I think he's just a really strong support hero. They're gonna go with Pyromancer, so at least this time around the Hellborn team is having definitely gonna be the Wretched Hag for their team.
I mean Legion.
Legion team? Okay, so Legion team, yeah, Pestilence is gonna be the carry. Zergrush is gonna go Myrmidon, Rally is gonna be off lane, and we're gonna have a mid lane Behemoth. And this is actually not really unconventional. I've actually seen this before being ran by Complexity, although I really dislike the skin. It should be the Minotaur Behemoth because that's the cow that you fear the most. But I do remember V-Kid running the Behemoth. There we go.
It's gonna be the perfect cow. There we go.
Yeah, and it ran with effectiveness because you block the aggression coming up from a team whenever they want to push, and forces them to get out of position, and you can actually set up for much more better ganks after that.
Yep, and that's it. It seems like game 2 is going to begin quickly. Gonna use this pause to as well introduce both teams as well as players here. So we have Team aMQ on Legion side here, and Whoa, gonna have to stop because they actually asked for a remake here. But never mind, just go ahead first. Because Zergrosh is gonna be your Myrmidon, a little bit different from previous game. The best feeder is gonna be your Rally. Roya Ree gonna be the Pasty. Sox gonna be your Glaciers. Last but not least, Onish Juice is gonna be your Behemoth.
Yeah, and I think yeah they're gonna remake right
CY
now.
is just trolling, my god.
Yeah,
It
definitely
belongs with the
gonna.
Ogre.
Yeah, definitely gonna be remaking this. I think what is this? That guy who was it that was playing? They were slow to swap, but yeah, just looking at the lineups, Hellburn team they had the Mage Bane on top of a Hag, so that's already a lot of mobility there coming up from the Hellburn team. That's really good because they can set up for more ganks and actually pick off people one by one in the earlier stages. But those are heroes that also need a substantial amount of farm, and I don't think they're going to be able to get that much in the early start of this game. What were the other picks? They had a Pyromancer, they had a Magmus, and I forget the last one. Do you still remember what was the last one?
From Hellborn? No, I
Yeah,
don't. Unfortunately, I don't remember the Legion lineup because so completely absorbed in by that big space cow there.
yeah. I mean, like the Hellborn team is just full on stun galore. Like you have the melee, not melee stun. You have the range stun coming out from this behemoth with the fissure. Then you have like the uh Wheatfield and Magikarp to follow up after that. Of course, eventually that would be easier for Zergosh to hit as compared to the previous game. And then you have the, I think, yeah, Pestilence as well. That's another aggressive hero with that very strong impale stun. And what's more is that he's being played in that carryish role, so he's going to be able to pick up on a lot of farm very early in this game, and that could be very dangerous for Hellborn team because they're running with a Mage Bane and a Richard Hag, so their kind of lineup is quite intensive in terms of farm. It's kind of greedy in my opinion because you're gonna have to get up a decent amount of farm on both the Mage Bane and the Richard Hector should be effective in team fights. Like the rest of your teammates, the Magmus, the Pyromancer, and I can't remember who the last one was. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to just take fights by themselves.
Yeah, it is. And that being said, we're still waiting for the game to begin shortly, and seems like there's still no invite. I hope that's gonna be done quickly. But anyway, back to the argument there. I do believe that Team Legion, you have a Pestilence as a carry. That's correct. But Roy Ari, it's not like I've got no faith in him playing as a carry. But if this does go down a little bit too late into the stages of this game, I would believe that Hellborn will definitely have a slight advantage there. What do you think so actually?
Hmm. In my opinion, I still think that Legion team will have the better advantage, mainly due to the fact that they've got a shitload of stuns and they don't really require as much farm. Like as soon as Pestilence picks up the portal key, even though he's in that kind of what do you call this, the carryish role, he will eventually get that portal key much more faster as compared to mid lane, and he will get levels faster as well, I think. So it should be pretty decent over there. Plus they have the rally as well. Yeah, rally was the other one as well. So they have the rally stun. Like every single hero on their team has a bloody stun. Like that is 5 stuns we're talking about. So that's a lot of stun potential coming out from them, and they can easily kill out this Hellburn team if they want to. Okay, I just remembered the Hellburn team. They have the Magmus. They could potentially go for a tri-lane because of the Magmus Master Farms and the who is it, the Pyromancer. So there's a decent kill potential there. If their tri-lane is able to stop the aggression coming out from Legion team, or like, at least like the farm from like slow down the snowball advantage from Pestilence, then they definitely will have the better advantage in this game.
Yep, and that's it. Well, they are actually gonna remake it into a Captain's Pick again. Not really sure why they decided to do that, but just gonna go with the flow. So they are gonna do a reverse CP again, but that should be fine because it would actually still be the same heroes as we casted a little bit earlier. So don't worry too much about that. The only problem so far is, like you mentioned before, Team Hellbound, there's a complete amount of stun and lockdown there. So Legion needs to be really careful, and that's just some of the things that on the top of my mind I can just barely remember that there is also a lot of that's the hack there, and that I know for sure. Plus the Magnus, that's a lot of combo. Plus the MOA as well as the Pyromancer, so they need to be really careful because there's a lot of fire and a lot of nasty skills come from Team Hellborn.
Yeah, exactly. And like they have a lot of burst potential, magical burst, because they have that Magmus. Like their team fight is actually really good because if Magmus is able to get a huge ultimate off, followed up by a Bat Blast, that'll be very big. And on top of a the Pyromancer's nuke just means that they have the ability to pick up one person, and at the same time the ability to win a complete team fight.
Yep, and there we go. It's gonna be happening really soon here, and that's it. We are actually going in pretty quickly. I hope that this game is going to be pretty good. But that being said, do stay tuned a little bit. We are going to bring you coverage between Pewstorm as well as Pewdier in no time. So that's going to be happening soon. That said, we are actually going to have to go through the entire cycle of the hope banning phase again. That is going to be a little bit of a trouble, but should be quite easy because both are seasoned captains here. Gonna show you guys the game screen.
I think in fact they even banned out the same heroes from that previous before their draft over there. Tempest Fade, Keeper of the First Henry yet again. So they're going really quick, and actually it's the same kind of style except Magnus was second.
No, it's different. World base is swing ban out here. Revenor.
Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah.
Amunra, no, Tundra. Okay, Solstice. There we go. Maybe Solomon. Oh no, it's gonna present. Maybe we have to pret now. Ah, they're going with hammer. Okay.
Man, you're so off. So
No,
off.
it's like a no. It's the freaking pattern. I have no idea why they did this. I will hate that. But anyway, yep, there we go. It's gonna be a Mage Bane pickup, and that's gonna be pretty questionable. Mage Bane definitely is gonna do a lot more better than Peasants in the late game. That's what I think. But Lark apparently don't agree.
Like late game, it's gonna take a while for them to reach late game. That's my point. Like late game, yes, they could have a chance to win as well, but it's kind of hard to push in as well because you have a Behemoth. Like Behemoth is now their saving grace for this team. If he's able to jump in and get a huge ultimate off, and just constantly blocking their pathway with that fissure can be freakishly annoying because they're gonna be forced to blink over, and that will actually put them out of position. So that's another thing to take into consideration over there.
Yep, that's right, and that's it. Game number 2, well on the way here, and gonna introduce this players again. It's gonna be Zugrush on the Myrmidon, as well as the best feeder onto the Rally. We also got Pestilence, and that's gonna be played by Roy Yari. That's gonna be completely okay. Plus the fact that Sox gonna be the support, and that would be the Glaciers, last but not least, Onish Juice on the Fat Cow there. So that's it. Help on team. We do have KaiD from all the way to Thailand. It seems like. Oh, Kamgu is gonna be your Mage Bane. Band 6 is going to be the Magnus. Belly Style would be the carry, and I do believe that that would be the hack. Last but not least, name BPS 08 is going to be your MOA, and we do have a Pyromancer. Don't forget that. That's going to be Peter 994 onto that Pyromancer. That's right.
Yeah, I actually feel like calling Richard Hack forever as like ballsy style instead of Bally's. Like it just sounds that much more cooler, ballsy styles. But yeah, just looking at the lanes right now, Hag MOA bottom lane, don't really agree with it. Should just go with a straight up tri-lane aggression with the Magnus Pyromancer and hold the thought.
Yeah, seems like bottom lane, a little bit of engagement happening quickly. It's gonna be pretty tricky because MOA, our friend from the outer space, is able to just survive that. That being said, the Impale is just so close. Might have been able to just hit on Belly Style, but Belly Style is gonna be just barely run away.
I know you're having trouble with that name, but yeah, good body block there by Richard Hack to actually help out his teammate. Master Worms at least does not give up that first blood. You don't want to give up a first blood, especially against this Pestilence here at the bottom lane, who will eventually pick up on a lot of farm. So you gotta just think like, yeah, I want to play just really safe, because if I give up kills, that just means we're gonna put ourselves in a really bad position, because we're gonna have to play super passively as soon as Pestilence picks up on the early part of queuing. See, Glacier's already gonna put harass on Hag, and Hag's gonna get boxed out of lane really quickly here.
Yep, and it seems like Hag is gonna be boxed out by Sock playing the Glaciers, and it seems like Glaciers doing a pretty good job so far. But top lane, they are gonna have to stop this Mage Bane, because Mage Bane also, if you give him space to farm, he's gonna snowball very quickly. So that is something that Team Legion needs to be really careful about. But coming across the entire lineup right now, their draft looks like they are actually looking to play the early stages of this game. So they will be able to address the Mage Bane, but that again is gonna be my assumption. That's a mid lane, little bit of trouble going off a beam over there. It's gonna land a big fusion. That's gonna be able to block out most of these heroes. Then Magma's finding himself a little bit in a tight spot there because of the fissure there, and Tower is not gonna hit him now, so that's gonna be fine. So close yet so far. That's it. Bottom lane, Hack's gonna be a little bit of a tight spot. He is trying to run away, and will be able to pop the health potion. Team Legion will not be able to catch that up.
There's so many close kills, man. Like, someone just died already. But yeah, I mean, middle lane, that Magnus, that was really close, and it almost looked like he was gonna die because there was a bit of misplay there coming from Pyromancer. He actually blocked his teammate with that Fisher Stun, and that's again coming back to my point about this behemoth. Having that Fisher Stun just means you block the pathing off from these heroes, and you saw right there he took a lot of damage, like unnecessary damage as well.
Yep, it's a little bit sad to see that. That being said, the bottom lane Hack is trying to hide behind those woods there to try and get as much level as possible, but Glacier's doing a good job to spot her out and box her out. So that said, Pasty is gonna have pretty good time down south here, and Sock's gonna make sure that Hack is gonna stay at level 1 at best. That's it, top lane, a little bit of a different story here because it's gonna be dual top here by Team Legion, Rally as well as Myrmidon, both at level 2 already, as compared to the Hack that's only level 1. Now that said, they do, however, have got a Pyromancer that's a little bit lost and confused right now, doesn't know where to go. But he should be able to go back to the mid lane to try and help out with the Behemoth, as in to try and kill the Behemoth as much as possible. He does have a double damage rune, so he needs to be really careful. But Team Hellborn's Magma's not doing so well so far. Let's just check the CS there. Behemoth definitely about 4-1, Magma slightly above that, about 11 and 12. So Magma's doing pretty good as compared to the Behemoth. But I'm just glad the Behemoth is able to keep up with the level there. So that's it, top lane, a little bit of extra help coming in. MOA gonna be in a little bit of a tight spot. He is actually going down quickly, and Rally will be able to pick up the kill there, but Magebane might be able to make something happen here, but there is no mana on the Myrmidon as well as the Rally. He is gonna get boxed in here, but he will be able to flash away. That's one of the beauty of the Magebane.
Yeah, I would have actually liked to see Rally just man up against the Magebane and just keep auto-attacking him in. Because if that refill hit, there were a couple more auto-attacks in, then this Magebane would die, but he might be in a little trouble himself, but no, Master of Arms doesn't have boots, so he should be pretty alright over there. Glacius is doing such a good job against this ballsy style and ballsy style.
Compel's gonna land, so is the Whitfield Magebane. A lot of trouble there. Magic Cup is not gonna connect. That is the only setting, but Myrmidon, he doesn't have a instant stun there, so it would be different if it was a Wish Layer, because once the Graveyard Stun lands, you know, miniaturization is going to be really effective. That said, mid lane, Behemoth might be ganked here. There's a Pyro behind the woods. He needs to be really careful, but yeah, I think he knows about that as well.
Yeah, just looking at his positioning, he knows that, yeah, I'm probably going to get ganked over here, but...
Yep, there we go. The Pyromancer gonna land a nice Dragon Fire there. It seems like Behemoth is also gonna land a Fisher, and that's gonna block out the Magma's in a little bit of a sweet spot there. But yep, now able to run away. But that being said, it will not get any aggro from the tower this time around, unlike the previous time where he was completely auto-attacked by the tower there. So that's it. Yep, he might actually die here, but oh, the Fisher's gonna land quickly on Pyromancer. Pyromancer gonna land a nice stun on B, and here comes the Magma's Lava Surge coming in. There we go, the big MOA coming to finish up things here on a Fat Cow. That's gonna be a lot of milking for them to do.
Yeah, this is really overextension, and I think there was a bit of miscommunication from the team to not call out missing lanes, missing lane partners, because that was just really good rotation coming from Master of Arms, and could have actually been seen, should have been seen actually, or at least been aware about that. About that fact, but yeah, he gave up that kill over there in mid lane. That's not what you want to have happen, but still, at least they are not that bad, because they are actually in the lead, golden EXP lead right now.
Yep, and that's right. So it seems like Rally is doing a pretty good job. Meanwhile, Hack is level 3, and there we go. Pasty flying in for extra kill maybe, but Sock actually gonna waste that all and take a little bit of tower damage. He's also gonna be able to pop the health potion quickly and will be just fine. But that's it, mid lane, the Kelfield, not Kelfield, so the Whitfield. My god, they are just farmers there. That's it, Magma's actually gonna be able to face off with a nice Fisher from Behemoth there. Behemoth today has been very much on target when it comes to Fisher.
Yeah, he's been getting really good blocks off. I'm actually surprised that it's like really good. But Myrmidon needs to be a little bit more careful. Actually, they might be able to pick up a kill on Magmus here if he's not careful himself, because that Myrmidon can easily quickly follow up on bottom lane. Yeah.
Heck, so close yet so far. Now looking to run away, and he's gonna be fine at only freaking 7 health points.
Yep, here comes Rally as well.
Yep, Rally looking for the kill on the MOA, but not level 6 yet. There is no seismic slam, and here comes Pyromancer. But the big Fisher though, it's gonna block MOA. MOA gonna be a little bit of trouble, but here comes the stun from Magmus. Magmus is gonna kill Rally first, and it seems like the Whitfield is not gonna connect on the MOA, so MOA is gonna stay fine. There's also the health potion, so that's gonna be too hard to kill right now. They're gonna try back up, but here comes the Pasty, try maybe pick up the kill on the Pyromancer. The stun from Behemoth is gonna be a little bit postponed, but it's still going out on schedule there, and it seems like the Magic Cup is not gonna kill the Magmus, but here comes the Hack, and Hack goes in for Sonar Scream. That's gonna be it for the Fat Cow there. Yup, he goes down. MOA lands the ace on my sleeve on to Myrmidon. Myrmidon looking to run away. Hack still in hot pursuit, but there's a Glacius and they need to be really careful because if the Ice Imprisonment does go off, Hack would be in a little bit tight spot there. It seems like it is not in time, so a little bit sad to see that. In fact, not the mana for that. That's it, Rally goes in, trying to pursue mana a little bit too much. Pyromancer lands a stun on the Glacius, but doesn't kill it, and they will all nicely call it quits.
Yeah, I gotta say that Hag actually is not getting the best placements of his abilities. He could have actually just used that poison onto the who was it? I think it was Behemoth, and just be more aggressive towards the other heroes because there were 2 heroes really low. If he had used the Bad Blast over there, he should definitely be able to pick up at least one of the 2 kills. On top of the poison target because the rest of his teammates was in the background over there. Because he just blinked. Oh, middle lane.
Yeah, middle lane, little bit of engagement happening here. It seems like Rally is able to compare out, and Magmus might be walling here and looking run away from a separate direction. He should be fine. That's the beauty of the stun from this Behemoth. Completely satisfied with what I'm seeing today coming from Behemoth. But the problem is that he hasn't got much kill. 1, 2, and 0. That's a little bit sad to see.
Yeah, and that was a very again like this. I don't know. I just feel like Magmus just has really. Oh,
Magmus goes in. Lava Surge is gonna be called out here. It seems like the Pyro Stun is gonna connect on the Behemoth and it's gonna be fine. But Magmus is gonna pay the price and he goes down. Behemoth lands a quick fissure on Pyromancer. So goes the Whitfield and down goes the Pyromancer. The fart wasn't needed, but they still used it anyway. That's gonna be good, and it seems like Rally's gonna pay the price. But here comes Glacius and Ice Imprisonment on MOA. MOA looking to be a little bit tight, but there's no level 6 on Hack, so there is no Bad Blast. Magic Cup is going down there, and it seems like Hack is gonna be fine. So Bally still doing a lot of work here, but still not able to pick up much of a kill, only on CY. So that's 1:2 there, completely. 3, so that's a little bit sad to see.
Yeah, again, at least Legion team still gets a better exchange, although there was a couple of misplays there, in my opinion. Again, like both teams seem to have a problem with just having to back off. They're so aggressive that they sometimes just overextend a lot. But in the meantime, in the mix of it all, Pestilence is actually farming in the bottom lane with no issue at all. And he even has a Chalice finish, so that means he has the ability to just spam out those skills when he has the ability to. When he needs to, in fact, and he's probably gonna be picking up a portal key soon enough. He's sitting at about 700 gold only, about 800 gold around there, but as the way it's going right now, the game it's only like about 9 minutes in. I think he will have that portal key by the 12th minute.
Yeah, he should be able to get it. That's it. A little bit of a gang potential coming, calling in all 4 members from the Hellborn side. They want to kill the cow and milk it real good there. The Lava Surge being the first one, the Pyromancer stun being the second one, and there goes the Hack. It's going to be a kill, and the cow goes down. We have Biff for a little bit of a stake tonight, and that's going to be nice to see. Hellborn doing a lot of work, and definitely the tier 1 is going to left unaddressed, but they are able to go back and address it if they want to do so. However, there is no pot in, so they will be able to do that. I do believe that there is a double damage on Magnus, and Magnus is going to do good with that farm.
Yeah, and this is really good rotation coming out from a Hellborn team, that they need to keep this kind of aggression up because they're taking the most favorable team fights they can at this stage of this game, and it is slowing down like the rest of the teammates. But the problem is, this Pestilence is not getting unaddressed. If you finding is going to be addressed here at the bottom lane right now, as you can see, rotation from all the heroes. But the thing is, as soon as Pestilence is going to be picking up that portal key, it will be that much more harder for this Hellborn team because they can't have that ability to just do things like middle lane here.
Oh, melee Magnus might be going out, but his Great Master's call is going to be enough. And yeah, it's just so close again. A lot of kills could have happened today if both teams didn't let up. It's always just so clutch. And that being said, it's going to be a 5-5. And 1k gold lead for Team Legion so far.
That's really clutch. Like, I feel like Magnus is like those cats with 9 lives, man. He has numerously got himself into a really bad position, but yet still survives. And bottom lane, I think Pestilence is probably dead here.
Yeah, Pestilence is going to be in a little bit of trouble. There it goes, the stun, and the Hack's going to slow him down a little bit. The take flight, not completely effective, but it is going to be enough, and he's going to be fine. And that's it, there is no kill on the buck there, so Hellborn is going to have to readdress this. Mid lane is going to get pushed by Team Legion. Behemoth, Myrmidon, as well as Glacius doing a lot of work here, but it seems like Magmus is going to be in the vicinity real soon, and there is no stun to Behemoth, so they need to be really careful. And there we have Glacius in a little bit of a tight spot, no idea what he was doing there. And he is actually going to walk into a Pyromancer that might be able to pick up the kill, but he, yep, forgot he could use the skill there.
That was funny to see, like, the uphill auto attack into a freeze, and then, yep, using the Phoenix wave just to pick up the kill. But yeah, bottom lane, the fact that Pestilence was able to survive was mainly because he went 3 points into the flight rather than at least having a point into core. So that was a huge success over there. As you see, the best feeder actually doing really sneaky plays right here. Might be able to pick up a kill.
Yeah, mid lane, a little bit tricky there. You have Rally going in, and maybe the kill on Pyromancer is going to be successful. By the way, Master's call is going to play a little bit control there. It's time for Pyromancer also. It seems that Pyromancer is going to be fine. And here comes the hack. Things are not looking good for Legion right now. They are looking to back away, and Hellborn might be in hot pursuit. They are going in quickly, but Beam Up again doing a really good feature there. The Lava Surge is also going to miss on this guy. A little bit sad to see that. That is going to miss. The Whitfield connecting on the Magnus, but a big bad blast is going to smack face down on every single hero there from the Legion side. And it seems like Myrmidon is going to try and swim away, but it may not be enough because Bad Blast is in full effect. And he does have, I think, about 3 seconds there. He should be able to just be fine. Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Oh, so close.
Might have gotten the kill on the Magnus, but
yeah.
again, this guy is a cat with 9 life, like I said before, so
Yep.
nothing too surprising there.
That was so close, and just unfortunate that the timing of the what is it called, the forced evolution just had to run out at that time. I think if it was there for another second, he definitely would have picked up the kill on the Magnus. But in the midst of it all, Mageman has just been farming, like hands down, just farming his ass all the way up here because like the rest of the Legion team is just too preoccupied with trying to set up kills onto this aggression coming out from this Hellborn team, and it's mainly due to the success of this 3 stunning heroes over here with the Master of Arms, the Pyromancer, and this Magnus. They're making plays wherever they can, and Hag as well. Like Hag is doing a good job of actually rotating around with the rest of his teammates. You're not seeing this Hag that's just sitting back and farming. He's even gone for a fortified bracer because he knows he wants to take much more early team aggressive fights and doesn't want to give off trade-offs, seeing as to how it's still very early in this game. Middle lane again though.
Yep, it's gonna be fine. Mid lane, things are definitely shipping up there. Glacius is gonna be fine, but the big part from the cow is gonna make sure a little bit of extra stuff happening. Shockwave in full effect, and the Wheatfield is not gonna connect. That's it. Hellborn is gonna fall back a little bit, but here comes Pesty. A little bit of a misplay there, I feel. He's not gonna get anything done, and he is gonna pay for his price, but a big Magma stun is gonna be in full effect. Sideswing slam to the face. Down goes Pyromancer. MOA barely surviving that one. And Magma's now trying to man up, but it is not going to be enough. It should be. Yep, Lava Surge is going to be down onto the Beamer. Beamer looking to make something happen. The feature might be able to go down quickly. And the kill onto the MOA. One last hit, but no, it is not going to be able to rally. Looking to make something happen. The Lava Surge is going to stop them both. And it seems like MOA is going to be fine. Wow, what a big play coming from Team KaiD here. 7-13, and they are doing a really good work.
Yeah, all I can say is greed kills, man. You saw it right there. That was just really greedy plays. They were I also was thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, we can actually pick up a kill on this guy if we play this correctly. But there is still that support from the Magma, so you wouldn't want to do that any time of the day. Like, you're still gonna give up kills, and that's ultimately what they did. And now they're giving so much favor. Like, Legion team is just giving a lot of throws in my opinion. Here comes the stun. Oh,
they're just both dancing around there. Yep, and he's gonna get it. Ultimately, Rally doing a good job there. CY knows what the hell his Pyromancer is thinking. But mid lane, Magmas might be frozen and stuck to the ground there. Fisher, every single stun from the Legion Arsenal is coming up. But the Magmas somehow still survives. This is just pure ridiculous. Oh, yep, he died. Yep, CY. Coming in from behind, definitely making sure that he gets taken care of. But that's it. Pyromancer is also being addressed here. Babla sitting only on the Pesty as the beam, but that's gonna be okay. And it seems like Hack might be boxed in here. Magic Cup's going down. It doesn't really connect, but that's okay. And Hack is gonna be chased down by the Sideswing Slam. That's gonna be effective. So that's gonna mean a kill. Double tap calling out here. 15 minutes in and 10-13. Should be a game that's split down the middle so far.
yeah, it's like going back in favor of Legion now. Before this, it was in favor of Hellborn, and Hellborn now just we're the ones that it's this Game of Thrones. It's this series called Game of Thrones right now because it's just going back and forth. And but the main issue here is that Mageman has not been in any single team fight now, and he is constantly just farming up a storm. Even though Pestilence is trying up, just helping the rest of his team and setting up ganks as much as possible, they don't have that core hero there coming from the Hellborn team, which is that Mageman that is just farming away like a boss right now. He's only sitting at 300 gold per minute, so it's not the best, but at least he is farming for the rest of his team, and he's eventually gonna get that Rune Cleaver, probably in, depending on what item he has in his stash, could probably pick that up before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. And that's a Team Legion and Hellborn right now. This game split down the middle, 15 minutes plus into this game. 1k goal lead for the Legion side. That's because of the tower advantage that they have. However, Hellborn did very good work as well in the early stages of this game. Do know that they, like I mentioned, also have got that Mage Bane that is completely underdressed throughout the course of this entire game. That's it. The pressure should be on the Legion side to try and make something happen here. That also, a little bit extra thing to put in consideration is the fact that Royal Re is the carry and that's the pasty. So he's playing very aggressively but not getting much from 340 plus GPM. May not be enough in this game. Fisher being used. And we might see a big play happening here at the top lane. Big engagement happening here. Behemoth, the illusion, the fake one is gonna try and of course try and snatch a little bit of creep there, but that's gonna be fine. Zerg Rush, what of Wrath is gonna spot it on, but there goes the stun from the pasty and it's gonna be big enough. But here comes the channeling from the eruption. It's gonna get stopped though. So the Glacier downpour might be able to just cool the fire with the ice there. But it seems like Glaciers might be a little bit of a tight spot. Glaciers looking to go down quickly. Hack goes down. That's completely expected. Magma's being able to take care of the Glaciers, that's nice to see, and it seems like Pyromancer are going to be next in line. He needs to be really careful there, and it seems like Beam Up is going to be able to pick up the kill, so that's interesting to see as well. That said, a fake Beam Up is still behind enemy line, a little bit confusing to see so many illusion of that. That being said, Magmas is going to be able to back away just fine, and the top tier 1 should be taken without much of a contest.
Yep, and after this tower kill, Behemoth is gonna pick up his portal key, and that's gonna be another huge initiation tool. That just means now Legion team is 3 portal keys, so they can go in, burst someone down really quickly, and then go back out again. And they can do that to this Mage Bane who has been farming. And yeah, Mage Bane died in the previous engagement, so that's good for a Legion team because that slows him down. And I gotta say, Mage Bane isn't having the best farm for someone that's been soloing the whole time right now. Like he has been having all the time in the world to farm at top lane. I'm actually surprised to see that he's not picking up on as much farm as he'd like to see.
Yep, and the tower is going to get denied in mid lane there. That said, Team Legion should be looking a little bit of a push so far. I mean, they do have the advantage in the mid and early game. However, going to late game, they need to address that of the Mage Bane. And Mage Bane hasn't been very effective so far, but it's going to be a completely different story when once we reach the late stages of this game. So, again, I mean, the stress is going to be on the Legion side. They are taking things a little bit too slow for my liking, but definitely we have the Pestilence with the portal key looking for Shankadet, so that should be signs of good things to come for them.
Yeah, and the portal key is up on Magmus already, so that's a huge part of their team fight now because he can just go in as soon as the whole team, like if they get initiated on, Magmus is just one of the best heroes there with counter initiation, and also one of the best heroes for initiation purposes as well. Because if one of his teammates goes in first, like say like the Hag jumps in, tries to set up a kill, or you know, the rest of his teammates are setting up stuns on the person, he just channels that ultimate. Anyone that compiles onto that team fight just gets blown up. But yeah, bottom lane actually, Seismic Slam was used by the way onto that Hag over there, so not
a little bit
surprising.
sad to see that missed action there, but again, it should be fine. And yeah, Magmus looking for a kill on a Glacius, but will not get anything done. It seems like 14 is to 15 and Legion team, despite the little bit of disadvantage coming from the kill count, they do have the towers being pushed out, so it should work in their favor so far. The tier 1 down stuff actually gonna get nicely addressed, so that's going to Royal Re. That's nice to see as well. About 20 minutes gonna be up so far, and 5k goal lead for Team Legion. aMQ looking very good to win this entire series so far.
Yeah, I mean aMQ can definitely secure this right now if they get this tier 2 here at the bottom and do chip damage to the base, but I think they will try to take that risk. They could possibly go for a fake back and then get a huge team fight off, but they should know now that Magnus is portal key, so they need to aim him first if anything.
Yep, they need to, and it seems like top lane, they're gonna try and pick up the kill on this Mage Bane. The stun is gonna be channeled nicely. Is it gonna be enough? It is not. Mage Bane might be able to run away, but yep, it is gonna be enough. Wow, what a big play coming from Zerg Rush. They might be able to pick up the corridor, so it's going to be a free broadsword as a reminder to them. But of course, now because things are different, they will not be able to spot it on the ground.
I'm actually surprised they didn't use the shield. Was it used earlier? I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, I think the fort still in cooldown. No idea, I can check that out, but anyway.
Yeah, but that's just really unfortunate. The crew would have been able to use that shield up, but...
Oh yeah, the Kershaw wasn't used at all.
Oh yeah, so that's just micromanagement coming from this Hellborn team, but that's not the biggest of deals because the enemy team can't see the items. It just means that Mage Bane has to go all the way there to pick up his items, which means if I was Legion team, I'd actually set up a ward there so that if he comes back there again, I'd just, you know, set up for a kill again.
Yeah, but it seems like they are not gonna do that. Seems like they're gonna try and catch the Hack down south. Hack's gonna be a bit of trouble here. The stun from Magmas might be able to save him though. And still, yep, the Impel is able to pick up the kill. The Pest Feeder with the Swamp will know where the hell he is, so that's interesting to see. The Pestilence is very effective in that department.
Yeah, not even having the gore proc, but still that auto take damage is so damn high. Master of Arms is like just chilling here in the jungle. Hopefully Rally doesn't hear the sound of him changing his guns. I think he should be pretty scared himself. That Regeneration Rune, by the way, is gonna be popped up by Rally right here, and he's just gonna part away because he knows that he's in a bad position. And Hellburn team, sorry, Legion team, Behemoth actually just purchased a glowstone. He's probably gonna go for that Cold Sheepstick next, I think. Not too sure.
Yep. Yep, that's gonna be interesting. And missing the stun on the compound. Rally's gonna Seismic Slam. It's still gonna be within range, and Pyromancer just barely escaping so far. Rally, a little bit of a tight spot there to stun him from the Magnus is gonna be done here. Pyromancer is gonna miss the stun. That's expected. That's okay. But he needs to be really careful because there's a beam up behind, and the Fissure this time around not completely effective. But the Compel is gonna secure the kill on the Pyromancer. That's big play there, and Magnus gets taken care of by the ice falling from the sky. So that's interesting to see that Hale will be able to quill a little bit of extra eruption effort. And I mean, Legion team doing a lot of work so far. 18 is to 15. They now have got a kill lead as well as the tower is being pushed in their favor. The only problem is the mage main that they haven't addressed yet. They kill him once and that's twice, and that's about it so far. He does have about still pretty good farm, 310 plus GPM, and they need to be really careful when it comes to this mage main.
Yeah, perfect plays by the way coming from Legion team at the bottom fight there. That Rally, man, he just knew the limits of to how he could actually kill off the Pyromancer, and he knew the Pyromancer didn't have his Steam Boots finish, so he was running pretty slow. He's only sitting at about what 345 move speed with only that red boots, so he easily caught him out of position after using the portal key. Really nicely played there by this Legion lineup. It's finally showing some proper game sense over there and gameplay over there. But yeah, remember that by the way, he did pick up a Bound Eye, so that just means it makes his life much more easier for dewarding purposes. They aren't able to get this tier 2 though, but top lane, they might look towards killing off this mage main.
Yep, they might want to try and do that again. Here comes the party, and it's gonna be swamped, so they know where the Mage Bane, and that's gonna be completely dumb right now. Mage Bane is gonna be out of reach, oh, so we thought, but Pestilence is gonna get the kill, so that's interesting again. And oh, aMQ is going down.
Yeah, he shouldn't have ported like that because Wheatfield was definitely gonna hit because they had the swarm vision on him, so that's a big mistake.
Yep.
But
Now Rally might be addressed. The best feeder, is he gonna fit? That's the question. It seems like Feeder's gonna save him. The Seismic Slam as well. The Compel, it's not gonna be the best effective stance there, but it's still gonna be fine. Rally might actually go down, and yep, he will. Pyromancer's gonna revenge there. An eye for an eye. Completely savage. 6th streak gonna end for the best feeder.
Yeah, I'd say they didn't pick up the kill onto Richard Hag because he's really tanky with the Fortified Bracer and the Charge Grave Locket, by the way, so he is getting a decent amount of stats out of that. In fact, even getting the Mighty Blade, I don't really agree with all this super protective items. He definitely needs a Grim of Power so that he can do a lot of burst teamfight but damage, but
yeah, Pesty jumping in but will not get anything done. That said, he does distract the Protoss a little bit with his sexy looking body, but will not get any kill. And that's a little bit regrettable, but there we go, a little bit of a fixed copy just to make sure that you can watch it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Sorry to cut you out there, but look at Master of Arms, Shield Breaker level 1?
Oh yeah, here's the new carry.
Okay, so I guess he's going for that carry role now, I think? Yeah, just gonna leave all the wording responsibilities to Pyroman. Okay, that's really weird. I can't believe Master of Arms just completely YOLO there and got a straight up shield breaker. I think that's a bit overkill, seeing as to how Hag is there for the secondary semi carry on top of this Mage Bane.
Hag's gonna be a tank, man. That's a big kick. But it seems that MOA is not gonna be effective. It's going to be an easy kill there. That's completely sad by Pesty. Might pay with his price, struck at it just in the nick of time there, and we'll be able to try and pot away right now. Of course, it does have the cover coming in from Myrmidon. Myrmidon might be a little bit of trouble. The Whitfield is going to connect. There's a bottle on this guy. They don't want to give that up quickly, but they don't have a choice. It's going to be done there. Yeah, Myrmidon is going to take the fall. Zergar's just going to feed a free Bound Eye.
Yeah, I actually thought he was going to use a waveform over there to get some distance between them, but yeah, it didn't really matter because they had a lot of portal keys. But yeah, that shield breaker didn't help him at all in that previous engagement. I really don't know why he went for that item. That's a bit yellowish in my opinion. And having Hag as a tank is just not like in the best interest of the entire team. In a whole, like he should just go for straight up Grim of Power and then to Shrunken Head, and just have the Master of Arms focus on things like actually a barrier idol and things like push book and sorry, not push, tablet command, while his counterpart Pyromancer over there just focuses on the wards and probably gets a push book of his own. But yeah, just really questionable item pickup here coming up from Master of Arms.
Yep, and I mean, so far, things are looking quite good for Team Legion. 4.8k goal lead, and Hellborn is pretty much far behind, and that's a... I don't know, but it does seem like that Team Legion is a little bit of a tight spot so far. They did manage to pick up some kill on Team Hellborn, but I don't see it as being exceptionally effective. And there go Rally going in for the compel. He does take a little bit of a weird attempt there, but Pasty falling out quickly. It seems like MOA might be going down, and that's gonna be the name of that story. But Rally taking too much of a beating, but here comes the big beam of volley. That's gonna be enough. It's gonna pick up the kill on Magnus as well. Mage Bane gonna try to run away, but there is also that portal key. It's gonna be nicely blocked away by the hack. And it seems like Pesty will overextend here. He is looking for a pot out, and he will get it done. That said, the mid lane should be going down soon. But there is still no push. Only Galatia's doing a lot of work here against the creeps. There is still no Pesty push. Yep, they are actually going to do that right about now. That's it. That's going to be a complete 3-for-1 kind of exchange, and that's completely worth it for Team Legion.
Yep, and I'm actually appalled at the lack of Steam Boots rotation here coming from Pestilence, because he could have actually gotten out much more mana potential if you swap to the intelligence boots and then you only use Impale Stun and then only after swap back. But I mean, that's just like those small plays actually can mean a lot in my opinion. And they weren't able to pick up the kill onto Magebane in the previous engagement because he was just really fast with the Firebrand. He will eventually finish off the Geometer's Bane, but I think he should definitely go for that straight up Shrunken Head first before finishing off the Geometer's Bane, because he needs to be in the thick of thin and you know, just be completely in the team fights and just do whatever he can.
Yeah, I think for KaiD to win this game, the Shrunken End on the Mage Bane is going to be a necessity. That said, I mean, so far KaiD is just struggling to defend his spot. However, if this game really stretched to that point in time, I would say the Mage Bane will have a slight advantage, providing KaiD with a slight advantage over aMQ. They do have enough wards. I do believe that the wards will be able to spot a little bit of an extra attempt there. But is Myrmidon going to commit to that? That's the question. And Predator's gonna get pulled out again. It seems like they're gonna stack this cam. It's gonna be successful for sure. But Myrmidon gonna pop the ulti, and he goes in for extra vision. It's gonna tank up most of this damage come from Legion side. It will be the main distraction, and that's gonna be the name of their game. To compel everything is gonna go on to Hack. Hack gets completely taken care of by the big eruption though. We'll pick up the kill on both Glaciers as well as Myrmidon. That's gonna be exciting to see. And MOA trying to make sure his Shieldbreaker hit lands as much of a hit as possible, but will not get anything done there. Beamuff lands the ulti, completely mistake there. It's a little bit questionable. MOA goes down, Beamuff goes down, but that's okay. Now Magma's going down as well. Mage Bane trying to clean up the entire Legion team. I do believe that he's going to be in a good spot for that. But he is going to back away. So that's going to be a complete 4:3 kind of exchange going on in favor for Team Legion again. And yeah, I mean, so far things are looking green for Hellborn, but they do have a slight ticket out of there, and that's going to be the Mage Bane.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they didn't take the extra team fight there against this Pestilence and Rally, because Rally was really low. No, Rally, sorry, Pestilence was really low in mana, but of course he still had the Chalice available, so just didn't want to risk it. He's actually gonna go for a straight up Geometer's Bane. I really disagree with the item choice because he still needs some defensive capabilities with a Shrunken Head. So not the best decision by him in terms of items, but you see right now actually Pestilence actually does finish up the Soul's Bulwark, so he's gonna put that on offensive capabilities right there, and that just means he's gonna be bursting down the heroes that much more faster. Like Hag right now with all this added extra amount of HP pool, it's not gonna be as effective because the armor is still gonna be cut down by a lot. Okay, if you look at it, it's a level 3 Swarm right now, that's minus 18 armor, and Hag right now only has 5.7, so if you do the math, he's just gonna take a shit ton of damage from the auto attacks from this Pestilence.
Not just from Pestilence, but from anybody from the Legion team. That's the beauty of the Swarm there. But that's 30 minutes up here. 27 is to 31. This game's still not done yet, and Hellborn having a small little beacon of hope being placed onto the Mage Bane. And aMQ is gonna have to carry them. Interesting IGN again, but I really hope that Mage Bane will be able to fulfill that big responsibility, because so far Legion team, they don't have a proper carry. I would say the Pesty is pretty decent, but I don't see him on the same level as the Mage Bane. And if Mage Bane does get the fantastic items as in late stages, all 6 slots completely fill up with good items, that would be good for Team Hellborn. But that's a big if, and that's if Legion team takes their own sweet time.
Yeah, exactly. Like if Legion team is gonna, you know, I thought Beamuff was gonna die. If they take this really late, with the way that Master of Arms is building his items as well, it will come to a point where Hellborn team is just gonna steamroll them because they have the Hag, they have the Master of Arms.
Oh, bottom lane, Pyromancer is going down.
Yeah, nothing much to be said there. Like, triple stuns, man. Like, what are you gonna do against that? You're gonna get completely blown up to bits with that combination. Hag is, yeah, he's gonna back off right off the bat. Master of Arms should probably back off already because if he gets caught out, oh, look at Pestilence.
Yeah, Pesty going in. There's also a quarter ship stick on Beamer, by the way, and it seems like Pesty does know that there's ammo in the vicinity. Maybe not, but yeah, ammo is gonna be fine, and our good friend from the outer space is gonna be fine. I mean, it's really cute, you know, this guy with the shield breaker trying to make something happen, but
he's the one that's actually giving up a lot of kills on his team, like in the previous couple of team fights, if you notice. Like, this Benoit's been targeted and then dying straight because he doesn't have any defensive mechanisms. He's gonna go for a shrunken head next. So yeah, like, this is even that much more greedier because now you're gonna have to have farm on Hag as well as this Master of Arms. But if they're able to pull through within the next 10 minutes or so, then I definitely feel that they can win this late game, definitely.
Yes, and Bally style actually stopping the farm already. He is, I mean, already at 1.2k gold, but the item still pretty much the same as we last spoke about it about 10 minutes ago. So I would say that he has stopped farming completely, and I mean, it's just looking at beefing up mostly with 1.4k health pool there. That said, the pot in on the MO is going to be pretty possible if they want to jump him. Rally does want to jump him. The compel is going down quickly, and it seems like this chain stun is going to happen. Seismic slam is going to go to the face there, and there goes our friend from outer space. That would be the MOA trying to be a carry, but I'm not saying it's a bad idea, it's just that when you have too much of a carry on the team, MOA should not be the top priority.
Exactly, like, you could have just, if you imagine in that situation, if you had like things like a tablet of command, Astrolabe, so many times he could have actually survived and been able to do something. Magebane is actually getting chased by Behemoth right here. He misses a stun though, so that's unfortunate. The reason they're playing so aggressively is because they have the closure sheep stick, and that's gonna be very, very big against Magebane. But middle lane, Myrmidon's actually gonna survive against this onslaught from Magmas.
He's trying his best, but the lava surge is going in as well as Badapesti is gonna land a stun. He does get stunned by Firemancer, but that's okay. Here comes the big bad blast. That's gonna connect on Myrmidon. Myrmidon's gonna hit the fire, but a stronger than Pesty is gonna avenge him nicely. That's gonna be 2 for 1. Rory gonna be able to pick up most of those kills there. The hack is gonna be a little bit of a tight spot, but it's gonna be able to just spot out by the Pestilence. That's gonna be okay, and Pesty is gonna pursue matters onto the hack. The Gore coming to be full effector, and hack is gonna be more than okay. But that's it. Own Interest will also pick up Magebane and a separate engagement down some, I believe. That's it. The Fisher is not the best right now, but it has been the best before. So they are going to be looking for a mid lane push. Tier 3 going to be challenged here. Only 2 members still alive for the Hellbound side. If this tower goes down and if the Rexus gets taken care of, I would say the aMQ is in a very good spot to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, if they can do or even at least decent amount of chip damage to the defense tower, then they should be fairly alright. Shrunken Head will be completed on Richard Hag in the next couple of minutes. Like, if he's able to reach that item, at least he'll be sorry. At least he'll be able to stay in team fights and actually do some decent auto attack damage.
The mid lane, here comes the Pesty, Shrunkenated, going in really nicely, and the Behemoth also trying to make something happen. Seismic Slam gonna be able to take care of the Pyromancer. And that being said, they are looking for a mid push. That was all they need. Try and make sure that there are no 5 coming up from Team Hellbound. It's completely just disorientating them one by one, catching them in 2s and 3s or in 1s, whatever it is, just making sure that they don't have the full 5 to defend. That's the best offensive strategy that they can come up with. But that said, Behemoth does have quarter shifting in the next 5 seconds, so if they do catch this Magebane, I would say that it would be a good push.
Yeah, of course, definitely. They need to use that close sheep stick onto him, but he's using his illusions to effectiveness right here. He's gonna scout out things, and he knows that they're still in the vicinity, but
the question is, does aMQ know which one is the real Magebane?
They definitely know, because they were trying to go mid lane and were about to jump. Like, Pestilence was looking for that opening but just couldn't find it. Magebane's gonna go ahead and farm bottom. He has the Hunger Spirit now, so he's definitely gonna go for things like, if I'm not mistaken, a Symbol of Rage to have that much more ability to stay in team fights and actually fight it out against this Legion team. But he definitely still needs the Shrunken Head. It's very, very core in here right now.
Yep, it's core, but he is still very much adamant about not getting that. And if his team does defend this spot for a very long time, he should be able to get enough farm there. That being said, Magebane GPM is standing at about 410, so very high coming from the Hellbound side, whereas for Team Legion, there's about 3 members very high also, 375 on to the Beamer, 405 on the carry, Pestilence, last but not least 425 on CY, that's the best feeder, so all rally Pestilence as well as Beamer doing a lot of work in this game. top lane might be a little bit of a tight spot there. Myrmidon swimming a little bit too late. I do believe that must be latency problem. Zerg Rush not able to catch them out quickly. Swarm is going to be used onto the MOA. And that sound is just completely cool. But anyway, 36 minutes is going to be up soon. 34 is to 22. They're going to address this tier 2 at the top lane. Should be able to get it without much of a contest because Team Hellbound will be too busy trying to defend their tier 3. And Mage Bane is not going to join in for the next team fight. So that's interesting to see that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised this one to fight back. He can split push all he wants, but they actually need to take a couple of team fights. He should just leave the illusions to attack the tower and probably just part out now. Because they're gonna lose tier 2. You see Closure Sheepstick is finished right here in Rally, so that's another huge item for them. And they're gonna go bottom lane. They might
gonna kill the Mage Bane. The Sheepstick is gonna be full effect, and that's gonna be enough to pick up the kill there on the Mage Bane. So aMQ is going down. And I mean, as much as he tries to farm, if he keeps getting picked off like that one by one, it's gonna be pretty questionable as to how much farm he can really achieve throughout this entire time. And I mean, aMQs just look like they are playing with their food so far, and KaiD struggling to make sure that they can at least survive until Mage Bane can carry them. But the problem is Mage Bane just keeps dying. It's about 1, 5, and 2 on the Mage Bane, so that's pretty scary to see.
Yeah, I mean, as a carry player for your team, having that kind of score and only sitting at 400 gold per minute in 36 minutes or 37 minutes in a game rather, is just really grim because Legion team, they have 3 heroes who are almost past that. Okay, 2 heroes on 400 past the 400 GPM mark, and 1 that's about to reach that 400 GPM mark. So they're doing a really good job of splitting up the farm, at least to the main core heroes coming from Legion team. But they still need some farm up on the supports at least. Glacius does have Tablet of Command by the way now, so that's another good item for him. And Astrolabe is already finished, and Myrmidon, he's been having that for a while. He's gonna go for Energizer next by the way, so just needs to look for one more creep to pick that off and then get that Energizer, but they're gonna go for Kong first, I believe.
Yep, and Kong is gonna be completely de-armored here because of the Swarm effect, and that's interesting to note as well because that with Pestilence, you know, Kong is just so easy to be taken there. That being said, they are not gonna opt for Kong and will just wait for a little bit more farm. That's the Energizer to pick up on the Myrmidon, and do note that Rally also is gonna cool their Sheepstick.
Yeah, and about that Conger thing, I looked at it again, and if I'm not mistaken, that armor debuff does not work on Kong. Like Kong just cannot get his armor degraded in my opinion. So I think it's just more or less the ability to have that vision over there in case the Legion, the Helper team wanted to set up a gank. But Pestilence has that demonic breastplate finish, and they're just gonna go ahead and just go for a push right now. They don't care about
this will be the next big team fight, and it seems like Pestilence is in good position for a jump. He is looking for that still, but they are gonna go in for the stun pressure. There we go. It's gonna be biting on the MO first. MO is gonna get taken out by the Compel, and there we go. Ice Storm from the sky. But it's the Magma's Eruption that will take care of the Glaciers. Magma's being the only thing that will survive this entire onslaught from the Legion team. There's also the hack behind there. That's okay. aMQ is gonna do his own split push, and that should be pretty effective because there is a lot of creep there, as well as the fact that there's a pretty free illusion there as well. Seismic Slam not gonna be used there, but it's gonna be enough to pick up the kill on the Magmas, and it seems like Team Ninja is gonna try to pot back, but it's gonna be a little bit of a TP cancel. Magmas will not be able to run away. Rally is the only thing they will be able to pop back home to try and salvage this situation here, but there is no other one member that's gonna be around here. See, that's it. They are trying to pick up the kill onto the Magmas again, and Magmas goes down. The big beam of Valley onto the Rally, onto the hack. Their hack's gonna pick up the kill. That's gonna be a hat trick or own issues. And meanwhile, aMQ is just completely adamant about picking that Millibrax despite being harassed constantly by the best feeder. And Rally doing a little bit of a good job so far, but he does have the Sanctuary Slam, not using it to scare the Mage Bane. That's pretty questionable. He should have been able to pot that up, but Demoralizing Roar is the best they can possibly do there. The pot is going to be effective. Meanwhile, Myrmidon being the only thing that will be left behind. It's going to be pretty much of a fair trade, and it's a bit sad to see for Team Legion because they did commit a lot of their resources there. But Mage Bane is going to get caught out here. Mage Bane a lot of trouble there. Seismic Slam is going to take care of him. So yes, Team Legion is in a better spot after all.
Yeah, they really are. That's a huge team fight for them winning that. They won a lot of that. Grim of Power, by the way, just finished on Behemoth, so that's even that much more damage coming out from this Shockwave ultimate. They traded the Raxes, I have to say. So Mage Bane didn't do such a bad job. Like, he was able to at least push down the Rax, but the problem is you can't have that happen again the second time, because if you don't defend, they're just gonna steamroll the entire team and then probably just push down straight into the throne towers and the shrine itself, because you don't have the rest of your teammates, whereas they have whereas Legion team does have their teammates. And I think even Pestilence is gonna go for a Dawnbringer here. Really disagree with the item choice. Should just go for a Shieldbreaker and just just focus more on just buffing up the damage from his physical attributes with that Swarm ability.
Yep, and it seems like they are able to pick up the Ancient as well. And top lane, Rally, a little bit of a tight spot there. Magma stun's gonna be effective. Here comes the Pyromancer looking for a stun, but there goes the fastly shrunken head, and that's gonna pick up the kill on the Magnus. And Hack is also a little bit of a tight spot. Hack goes down. That's gonna be a complete mayday coming for Team Hellborn there. It seems like the Fisher will also take a MOA, so that's 3 men down, or rather 4 men down, because Magebane hasn't respawned. He's gonna respawn just right about now, but 2 men to defend this entire top lane, and I would say that this game is gonna be done there. There is also no buyback on the other 3 that is still in Hell. So Team Hellborn doing a lot of good work so far, as in Team Legion doing a lot of good work, and aMQ is gonna be looking to win this entire series.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they're setting up aggression, and Magebane is probably gonna die yet again.
Yep, they have to kill the Magebane, but those are only illusion that is left at the mid lane, and Magebane doing a lot of distraction so far. It's kind of perplexing that they are not able to push in despite having only 2 men to defend the spot there. And I mean, if I'm them, I'm just gonna go in completely to just defend a spot. Beam Up is gonna be able to spot on the Magebane, might be able to call for a little bit of backup to try and pick him out, but it's not really needed. All they need right now is just power push, because don't forget that killing the Throne wins the game, not killing the Magebane. So that's it, the melee Brax is gonna be challenged on the top lane. There is respawns coming out, but no one going in just yet. And MOA, Hack, everyone is just staring onto the rally. CY just gonna be the Pawn Master so far, and will be standing there waiting for engagement opportunities, but will not get anything done. That's it. The Beam Up will now rejoin the rest of his team, and Magnus is gonna start on to the Myrmidon. Myrmidon take a little bit of aggression so far, but there goes the Shrunken Head Pasty looking for the kill on the Hack. The Wheat will not connect, and that's it. It's gonna be just fine. The Control Shift take use on the MOA a little bit inappropriately, but again, no kill is going to result from that. The Emergency Cup is going to land on the Pyromancer, but that's going to be fine. And that's it. So far, everything's going to be okay, except that the fact the MOA is going to get completely taken care of, and they got baited so hard. But a Beam of Audi is going to be the name of that game there, and it seems like the Audi is not going to kill the Beam of as well, but Glacius will pick up the fall first. Magebane is going to be completely guard the hell out of him, man, and he goes down. Magnus gets taken care of, and aMQ, man, they know they won this already. They're going to try and take the range back as well as inside game, and that's it. Game 2 will go to aMQ.
Yeah, there's really no doubt in my mind that aMQ had this game from the beginning, because they set up aggression really, really quickly. Even though there was that slight chance that KaiD had the opportunity to take over the game, because they had a very, very good rotation with that Magnus, the Pyromancer, and the Hag as well as the Master Worm. So they were doing a really good job as to rotating around, picking off kills when they can. But it got to a point where this Pestilence just started to have much more free reign against this the Hellborn lineup, because of that portal key and that Shrunken Head that was completed on top of that. And the Culture Sweepstakes came into effect, you saw there, and even the Hellflower was purchased, by the way, from Rally. So they just got every single item they had, and they needed to actually take a team fight, and they won it in fashion, because they had to win it at that certain stage in the game, because it was getting to a point where eventually the Hag would have gotten a Grim of Power, Shrunken Head would have been on that Master of Arms. There was already a Shrunken Head finished by this Magebane, but a little bit too late, so it didn't really matter as much.
Yeah, and that's interesting to see. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That would be game 1 and 2, brought to you by Epic Gaming Television. And joining me today is Lark. I'm Babael. We hope you enjoy our cast as well as coverage. Lark, any last minute shoutouts?
Just shoutouts again to the fans that are tuning in right now. Big shout out to EGTV crew, and of course the players as usual.
Thank you, and I'm gonna do so myself. Also gonna shout to my girlfriend. Didn't forget you again. Don't worry about that, please. Just don't forget about that. Don't worry about that. Sorry. And that's it. A huge shout out to the entire GTV crew for bringing awesome coverage as well as all the fans for your support. Do follow us on Facebook as well as on YouTube. All the VODs is going to be on the YouTube. It will not be in Twitch, so don't bother finding here because of the... it's going to be a real hassle to try and save things up in Twitch. There's a lot of trouble with the segmentation of the video, and I mean on YouTube, stuff are definitely a lot easier. That said, this is Babael, and